Warriors. Here are your starting lineups. Number 2, freshman Wiley Steenhoven. For Sioux Center, number 2, junior Tatum Schmalbeck. For the Mustangs, number 3, senior Callie Motter. And for Sioux Center, junior number 3, Willow Bleeker. Next up for the Mustangs, senior number 5, Jada Frankenberg. And for the Warriors, senior number 5, Austin Van Zee. Next for the Mustangs, number 12, sophomore Hannah Anderson. And for the Warriors, junior number 12, McKenna Walhoff. Rounding out the starting lineup for the George Little Rock Mustangs, number 21, sophomore Cami Gergen. And for Sioux Center, number 23, junior Reagan Jansen. Sioux Center is coached tonight by Shaylee Hoffman and Brock Lehman. Our national anthem, if you would please rise, will be sung tonight by Sioux Center junior Will Hurst. Tonight's officials are Joel Kleinman, Blake Brinke, and Joel Bosma. And the George Little Rock Mustangs are coached by head coach Pete Gertz, assisted by Hunter Seaberg.
Welcome to Sioux Center High School. Tonight's Sioux Conference varsity basketball girl-boy doubleheader between the Mustangs of George Little Rock and the Warriors of Sioux Center. Girls matchup is about set to tip off. Sioux Center comes in with a record of 8-5 tonight. George Little Rock comes in with a record of 0-13. Sioux Center is currently 4th in the Sioux Conference, half a game ahead of Boyden Hall. George Little Rock is currently in 10th place in the Sioux Conference. Sioux Center wins possession to start out the game. So it's their basketball. Coming right to left across your screen. Inside, Tatum Schmalbeck tries to get a shot up in the lane. It's knocked away. George Little Rock comes away with the ball. Here are the Mustangs. Around the perimeter they go. It's Klingenberg. Over now on the left elbow. Backing it out. Over to Gherkin now. Gherkin left-handed dribble. Bounces it out in the corner. Baseline runner's no good. By Steenhoven. Back the other way comes the Warriors. It's Jansen. Cross-court pass over to Walhoff. Over to Bleeker. Schmalbeck. Extra pass Jansen. George Little Rock rotates there, able to recover. Now another skip pass over to Jansen. Back to Bleeker. Now Van Zee in the middle of the lane. Left-handed lave is no good, but a foul is called. She'll go to the line, take 2 free throws. First Van Zee free throw. It is perfect. Van Zee is a 58% free throw shooter on the season, 21 for 36 coming into the matchup tonight. Second free throw rattles around and in. Sioux Center opens up the scoring with a 2-0 lead. Here comes George Little Rock. That's Gherkin. Right-handed dribble. Backs it out. Over to Anderson. Now that's Motter trying to get into the lane. Nearly has it taken away by Bleeker. Instead, into the lane, Motter. Right-handed layup, no good. Rebound, Jansen. Here comes Sioux Center. Bleeker up ahead to Schmalbeck. Schmalbeck to Walhoff in the middle of the lane. Can't get her shot to go. Rebound to the Mustangs. Up ahead, that's Motter. Motter driving the baseline. Out to Anderson. Now it's Gherkin. Klingenberg will try a three-pointer. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Walhoff. Here comes the Warriors. Bleeker ahead to Jansen, and Jansen's not able to control the pass. Taken away by Klingenberg. Gherkin will walk it across the timeline for the Mustangs. Has it poked away by Schmalbeck. George Little Rock ball on the sideline. 5:43 remaining in the first quarter. Only one team has scored in the game. That's Sioux Center. 2 free throws by Van Zee. Make it a 2-0 Warrior lead. Turnover by the Mustangs in the middle of the lane. Gasing tries to throw it up ahead. It's off the fingertips of Bleeker and out of bounds. So it'll be George Little Rock basketball. Klingenberg looking to key it in. Sioux Center in a full court press. Try to get it into Gherkins. Tipped away by Gasing. Klingenberg trying to get it in. Van Zee tips it, but onto the baseline, so Klingenberg will look to get it in again. Klingenberg looking, gets it into the corner to Gherkin. Is able to get around the trap. Crossover dribble, and has it poked away, but a foul is called. Fouls on Van Zee. It's her first of the night. First team foul on the Warriors this half. Now it's Gherkin along the sideline. Getting harassed by Van Zee and Bleeker, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Not much scoring in the early going here. Nearly 3 minutes elapsed since tip-off. Game time. George Little Rock not yet on the board. Sioux Center currently possessing a 2-0 lead thanks to 2 Van Zee free throws. Both teams only have 1 team foul this half. George Little Rock has the possession arrow. And now along the sideline. Oh, passes out of bounds off of Gherkin, so it's Warrior basketball coming the other way. Here's Harold. Tries to bounce it to Walhoff on the block. Pass tipped away. Back the other way, Gherkin. Out to Motter. Not Motter. Back to Gherkin, and Gherkin travels with the basketball. Along the baseline, that was Steenhoven. Here's Gasink over to Van Zee. Van Zee. Skip pass to Harold over to Gasink. Now it's Van Zee in the corner, Schmalbeck. Screen by Jansen. Van Zee bounces it off to Schmalbeck over to Gasink. Now back around the perimeter they go. Harold over to Gasink. Back to Van Zee. Skip past Schmalbeck. Top of the key. Now it's Van Zee driving into the lane. Loses possession of it. Is able to get it back out. Schmalbeck open three-pointer. No good. Offensive rebound Jansen. Gets it over to Schmalbeck. In the corner now it's Van Zee. Van Zee driving the baseline. Over to Schmalbeck. Extra pass. Gasink. Open three-pointer. Back iron. No good. Rebound Denikis. And George Lodock's able to come away with it. Up ahead, Mater travels with it. It'll be Warrior basketball off the turnover. 3:52 remaining in the first quarter. It's a 2-0 Warrior lead. No field goal by either side in the contest. Van Zee left wing over to Schmalbeck. Now it's Harold. She'll try a right wing three-pointer. That's a brick. No good. Rebound Denikis. And the foul is called on Sioux Center. Fouls on Van Zee. That's her second of the night. She's got both team fouls this half for Sioux Center. She'll check out of the game. Bleeker will come in. Klingenberg looking to key it in. Pass deflected away by Bleeker. Klingenberg looking to key it in. Gets it in to Steenhoven. Pass tipped away by Bleeker. And scramble for the basketball. It's off Bleeker's leg. And out of bounds. So it's still George Little Rock basketball. 3:32 remaining in the first quarter. Klingenberg tries to bounce it in. Deflected away by Bleeker. Over to Schmalbeck all the way to the hoop. Lays it up and in. Klingenberg bounces it in. Gherkin. Gherkin trapped. Throws it away. Oh, no, doesn't throw it away. And let's see, up ahead, Steenholm was able to come up with it, but she traveled with it. So that pass basically went to no one, just rolling in the middle of the floor. Harold took a bad angle, couldn't track it down. Steenholm came up with it, but traveled on her way up. Sioux Center around the perimeter, Bleeker. Over to Jansen, left wing. In the corner, that's Schmalbeck. Schmalbeck over to Jansen. Top of the key, Harold. Skip pass over to Gasink is tipped. Now it's Bleeker. In the corner, Schmalbeck. Pass into the lane, tipped away. Over to Jansen. Now Sioux Center still going around the perimeter. They lob it into Jansen. Back out to Harold. Schmalbeck, pump fake. Back to Bleeker. Open three-pointer. Just misses. Rebound Mater. Pass up ahead, stolen away by Jansen, and she stepped out of bounds. Sioux Center's defense has been suffocating so far tonight. GLR hasn't gotten very many, if two or three, good looks at the basket. Mater gets it in to Anderson. Pass onto the block to Denikis. Is stolen away by Juffer. Here come the Warriors. Extra pass by Juffer. Gasink three-pointer is good. 7-0 Warrior lead. Now they can set up the press. Here's Gherkin. Pass ahead, nearly stolen away. And now the Mustangs throw it away. Up ahead, we Warrior basketball. 2:08 remaining in the first quarter. Bleeker up ahead to Schmalbeck. Over to Juffer. Around the perimeter they go. Bleeker will try a three-pointer. That one's short. No good. It's an air ball. Schmalbeck's in there able to corral the rebound underneath, so it'll be George Little Rock basketball. They bounce it into Gherkin. Over to Mater now. Pass up ahead's deflected. Walhoff comes up with it. Walhoff back out to Bleeker. Thought about the three-pointer. Instead over to Juffer. Schmalbeck in the corner. Coy. Around the perimeter they go. Juffer, top of the key. Back to Schmalbeck. Schmalbeck left-handed dribble. Hands it off to Juffer. Over to Bleeker. Open three-pointer. Barely draws iron. Rebound Mater. Over to Gherkin. And we're going to have a timeout by George Little Rock. It's a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. Timeout on the floor. 1:20 remaining in the first quarter. Sioux Center leads at 7-0. Coming another timeout. It's George Little Rock basketball. Sioux Center pulling out of the full court press. Instead, they're going to go to a 3/4 court, half court, trapping look. Mater up ahead to Gherkin, just barely. Gherkin into the lane, and we're going to have a foul. Gherkin's first free throw rattles around and in. George Little Rock is on the board with 1:08 remaining in the first quarter. On the season, Gherkin is a 43% free throw shooter. Second free throw is perfect. 7-2, the Warriors lead it. Bleeker across the logo. Over to Juffer. Schmalbeck in the corner. Around the ball screen. Schmalbeck picks up her dribble over to Coy. Juffer in the corner. Juffer around the ball screen. By Walhoff over to Schmalbeck. Out to Bleeker in the corner to Coy. Back to Bleeker. Left-handed dribble. Over to Coy. And now Coy loses the handle of it. Picked up by Steenhoven. Back the other way, George Little Rock. On the drive there was Anderson. Jeffer came in and tied her up. George Little Rock has a possession arrow. It's their ball underneath. Looking to get it in is Gherkin. Pass tipped away by Jeffer into the bleachers. Gets it into Mater. Mater left-handed dribbler on the perimeter. Pass over to, I believe that was Denikis. Was tipped. This means that was Gherkin. She traveled on her way inside, so that's a turnover. It's Warrior basketball. Here's Schmalbeck over to Bleeker. Left-handed dribble. Over to Schmalbeck. Walhoff back to Schmalbeck. Bleeker. Juffer will try a three-pointer, and it's perfect. Megan Jeffer's first points of the game for the Warriors come just before the buzzer, and that'll do for the first quarter. Timeout on the floor, we'll take it with them. 10-2, the Warriors lead it. Warrior basketball to start the second quarter. It's Bleecker across the 10-second stripe over to Harold. Around the perimeter they go. Gaysink back to Bleecker. Back to Gaysink. Thought about the three-point. Instead into Van Zee. Van Zee back out to Bleecker. Bleecker. Open three, Gaysink. Drills it. 13-2 now the Warriors lead it. Here's Klingenberg. Over to Anderson. Anderson picks up her dribble. Gets it to Steenhoven. Steenhoven up ahead. Trapped. Gets it to Klingenberg. Klingenberg driving right. And travels with it. It's Warrior basketball. Bleecker across the 10-second stripe over to Gaysink. Back to Bleecker. Over to Harold. Around the perimeter they go. Gaysink thought about the three-pointer. Gets it to Jansen on the block. Back out to Bleecker. Extra pass Harold. Bounces it to Van Zee on the block. Van Zee back out to Bleecker. Bleecker driving left. Gets it to Jansen underneath. Nice pass by Bleecker. Sets up Jansen. Puts it off the glass and in. 15-2 the Warriors lead it. Now Steenhoven up ahead. Trapped by Harold. Bounces it to Mater. Now Mater trapped in the corner. Pass. Just makes it to Klingenberg. Now it's Mater. Skip pass over to Klingenberg. Klingenberg driving right. Blocked by Jansen. Offensive rebound. Anderson puts it up and in. 15-4 now is the Warrior lead. Bleecker over to Gaysink. Back to Bleecker. Harold. Van Zee in the middle of the zone. Van Zee driving right. Off the glass, rattles home. 13-point Warrior lead. They're able to, George Little gets it up ahead to Anderson. She's trapped in the corner. Bounces to Klingenberg, just barely. Now Mater. Nearly has it taken away. Now she does. It's taken away by Harold. Harold all the way to the hoop. Left-handed finish, no good. Offensive rebound. Bleecker. Put back is good. Here comes Steenhoven. Up ahead to Klingenberg. They get it to Denikis up ahead. Shots blocked by Van Zee. Jansen comes up with the rebound. Sioux Center was out of position there. They got it ahead to Denikis, open underneath, but they were able to scramble back just in time to block that. Off the backboard, in fact, by Van Zee. Jansen pulls down the rebound, gets fouled. Sioux Center basketball going the other way. Here's Bleecker over to Gaysink. Back to Bleecker. Now it's Gaysink. She'll try another three-pointer and buries it. 22-4, 18-point Warrior lead. Pass deflected by Gaysink. Loose ball on the floor. We're going to have a held ball. Georgia Little Rock has the possession arrow. So it'll be their basketball. Their basketball. Going left to right across your screen. Underneath their own hoop. Bleecker and Jansen check out for the Warriors. Schmalbeck and Walhoff come in. Klingenberg looking for someone to get it into. Pass tipped by Van Zee, out of bounds. It's still GLR basketball. Now they're going to have it along the sideline. Klingenberg will look to get it in. Klingenberg bounces it into Mater. Mater up ahead through the middle of the Warrior defense over to Klingenberg. Klingenberg's pass is taken away by Gaysink. Up ahead to Harold. Right-handed finish, no good. Harold was able to get her own rebound. Bounces it out. Gaysink will try another three-pointer. Heat check, front iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Van Zee. Over to Schmalbeck. Sioux Center will reload. Here's Gaysink at the logo. Over to Schmalbeck. Back to Gaysink. Over to Harold. Van Zee in the middle of the zone. Hits a 12-footer plus the foul. Sioux Center now leads it by 20, 24-4. 4:45 remaining in the second quarter. Van Zee at the line with her second trip to the charity stripe on the night. Denikis and Mater check out. Checking in is Gherkin and Louis. Van Zee's free throw rattles out. Offensive rebound, Walhoff. Putback goes off the glass. 22-point Warrior lead, 26-4. Sioux Center going back to the half-court trapping look. Gherkin over to Anderson. Excuse me, Steenhoven over to Klingenberg. Klingenberg into the lane. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, Bleeker. Bleeker up ahead to Van Zee. Gets it over to Schmalbeck. Over to Bleeker. Now it's Kyla Vanderwall, who checked in earlier. Back over to Schmalbeck. Three-pointer front iron, no good. Rebound, Vanderwall. But she's not able to keep control of it. So it's off Sioux Center. George Little Rock ball coming the other way. Van Zee checks out. Jeffer comes in. Warriors lead it by 22. Here's Gherkin. Up ahead, Steenhoven. Shot blocked by Walhoff, but we're going to have a whistle. So that's going to be Steenhoven at the line. Shooting 2 shots. First free throw, back iron, no good. On the season, Steenhoven is shooting 43% from the lane coming into the contest tonight. 7 for 16, make it 7 for 17. Second free throw. Bounces in. Cuts the Warrior lead to 21. Here's Schmalbeck across the logo. Gets it to Bleeker. Bleeker, left-handed dribble, all the way, no good. Rebound. Off of George Little Rock, I guess. So it'll be Sioux Center basketball. Didn't really see a signal by the official there. Bleeker looking to trigger it in under the hoop. Gets it into Walhoff underneath. Walhoff spins to her right off the glass, and it's good. 23-point Warrior lead, 28-5. Here's Gherkin. Picks up her dribble. Pass up ahead, deflected by Jeffer. It's off Sioux Center, so it will be Mustang basketball. Looking to trigger it in is Steenhoven. Looking to get it to Mater. Pass is tipped away by Jeffer. Now it'll be Mustang basketball in front of the Warrior bench along the sideline. Steenhoven gets it into Mater. Mater trapped in the corner, nowhere to go. Pass stolen away by Gasink. Up ahead, pass to Vanderwall. Walhoff. Pull up, no good off the glass. Back the other way, it's Gherkin. Crossover dribble across the logo. Gets it to Mater in the corner. Mater trapped again. He's able to split the double team all the way to the hoop. Runners and air ball. Offensive rebounds. Put back, no good. Now here's Gherkin. Back out to Anderson. She'll try three-pointer. Back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Steenhoven. Now it's Mater into the lane. Shot no good, but a foul is called. Got a foul call underneath. It will be shooting foul on the Warriors. It's their 5th team foul of this half. George Little Rock only has 3. That foul's on Jeffer. It's her 2nd of the half. Mater's free throw, back iron, no good. On the season, Mater is shooting 50% from the charity stripe, 11 for 22. Second free throw for Mater is also back iron, no good. Rebound, Vanderwall. Vanderwall up ahead to Schmalbeck. Gasink in the corner, wide open three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Gherkin, and we're gonna foul about 60 feet from the basket on Gasink. It's her first foul of the night. George Little Rock is shooting free throws for the rest of the first half. Here's Gherkin into the lane. Back out to Mater. Around the ball screen, Mater now in the corner. That's Steenhoven. Steenhoven, crossover dribble, left-handed drive into the lane. Shot, no good. Well, we're going to have a foul on Sioux Center. It's their 7th team foul of the half. Second foul of the night on Walhoff. Stevenhoven's first free throw is back iron, no good. This is Steenhoven's second trip to the free throw line tonight. She went 1 for 2 in her previous trip. She's 1 for 3 from the stripe tonight. That free throw is back iron, no good. So she's now 1 for 4 on the night. Up ahead, Schmalbeck, and we're gonna have a foul on George Little Rock in the lane. Warriors still lead it by 23, 2:02 remaining in the first half. It's the second foul of the night on Gherkin. Gasink's pass is tipped away. George Little Rock comes away with it. Gherkin hounded by Gasink. Gets it over. Denikis shot in the lane, off the backboard, no good. Rebound Vanderwall, up ahead to Gasink. Now Schmalbeck gets it to Jansen on the block. Jansen underneath the hoop, over to Gasink. Now Vanderwall. Skip pass in the corner, that's Coy. Schmalbeck over to Gasink. Jansen on the block. Has it taken away by Anderson, but there's going to be a jump ball call. Center has the possession. Out of the be their basketball underneath. 1:23 remaining in the first half. Sioux Center leading it 28-5. Gasink bounces it in the corner to Schmalbeck. Nice pass over to Jansen underneath. Couldn't hit the bunny, but she's fouled. So Jansen will go to the line for 2 free throws. Jansen's first free throw spins home. Coming into the contest tonight, Jansen was shooting 52.6% from the line on the season. First shot brings that percentage up to 55, and she hits the second one. 25-point lead for the Warriors, 30-5. Here's Klingenberg across the logo. Left-handed dribble. Gets it to Denikis, and pass stolen away, but we're going to have a jump balls. So George Slaughter has the arrow to be their basketball underneath. They get it in. And now that was Louis had it stolen by Schmalbeck. Schmalbeck coast to coast, lays it up and in. Increases the Warrior lead to 27. Here's Mater. Mater around the ball screen by Denikis in the corner. I believe that was Steenhoven. Now Klingenberg around the ball screen, and we're going to have a legal screen on George Little Rock. It's their 6th foul of the half. So Sioux Center will be shooting free throws for the rest of the first half. Both teams will be shooting one-on-ones, in fact. 42.2 seconds remain in the first half. Warriors with a 27-point lead and the ball. Here's Gasink across the logo. Over to Schmalbeck in the corner, that's Coy. Around the ball screen by Jansen. Over to Vanderwall. Now Gasink. In the corner, that's Schmalbeck. Around the ball screen. Gets it to Jansen at the hoop. And a travel call just before she puts it in off the glass. George Little Rock basketball off the turnover. Here's Klingenberg around the ball screen, and now we're going to have a reach-in foul on Gasink. So that's going to put Klingenberg at the line for a 1-on-1. This season, Klingenberg is a 44% free throw shooter from the stripe. 15 seconds left in the first half. Klingenberg at the line, shooting a 1-on-1. Her free throw, it rattles home. Brings the Mustangs up to 6 points in the first half. Warriors still lead it by 26. Klingenberg, second free throw, back iron, but bounces in. So Sioux Center now leads it by 25. Here's Bleeker over to Gasink. Gasink bounces it to Van Zee. Van Zee, left-handed dribble, into the lane, all the way to the hoop. Layup won't go. Now on the rebound, They're going to say it's off Van Z, so it'll be George Little Rock basketball. With 1.5 seconds remaining in the first half. Klingenberg's half-court will be waved off, and that'll do it. Both teams will take a break. We'll take it with them. We'll be back a little bit before the start of the second half to review some statistical standouts for each team. We will still have the second half after that and the nightcap, the boys matchup. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Warriors lead it by 25, 32-7. So coming out of the halftime break, it's Sioux Center basketball. In the corner, Van Zee. Around the ball screen by Walhoff. Lobs it into Walhoff. Nice pass. Easy bunny at the rim. Lays it up with the left hand. 27-point Warrior lead. Here's Gherkin. Gets it over to Anderson. Now Klingenberg. Shot blocked by Jansen. Walhoff comes down with it. Walhoff will bring it up herself. Passes it up ahead to Van Zee. Van Zee skips it over to Schmalbeck. Schmalbeck into the lane. Bounces it to Jansen. Now Van Zee. Bleeker, right wing. Schmalbeck in that right corner. Bounces it to Walhoff. Nearly had it taken away. Walhoff's able to regain possession. She's fouled on the way up. So she'll go to the line and shoot 2. Walhoff's first free throw is off iron, no good. Walhoff is a 28% free throw shooter on the season coming into tonight. 2 for 7, make it 2 for 8, 25% with that free throw. Second free throw front iron, no good. Here's Gherkin. Hounded at midcourt. Gets it to Klingenberg. Out to Motter. She'll try a 3-pointer. Off front iron, no good. Battle for the rebound, won by Walhoff. Walhoff gets it over to Bleeker. Here comes Sioux Center. Up ahead, Jansen. Van Zee will try a baseline jumper. It's short, no good. Rebound taken by Steenhoven. Steenhoven pushing it up ahead. Has it tipped away by Schmalbeck. And it'll be George Little Rock basketball underneath. In the corner, Klingenberg. Back to Gherkin. She'll try a 3-pointer. No good. Rebound Walhoff. Over to Van Zee. Up ahead, Bleeker. Bleeker crosses over. Over to Van Zee. Thought about the 3-pointer. Over to Schmalbeck now. Schmalbeck. Try to get it to Walhoff instead. We'll swing it around. Here's Van Zee. Trying to get it to Bleeker. Lobs it to Bleeker in the corner. Bleeker left-handed dribble. Gets it to Walhoff on the block. Walhoff will get it back out to Coy. Right-handed dribble by Coy. Off-balance runner, no good. Battle for the rebound. Schmalbeck has it, and she's pushed out of bounds, so it'll be Sioux Center basketball along the side. Van Zee lobs it into Bleeker. Bleeker over to Schmalbeck. Now in the corner, that's Bleeker. Around the Walhoff screen. Around the perimeter they go. Van Zee, open 3-pointer, no good. Long rebound taken by Steenhoven. Here's Gherkin. Over to Klingenberg. Pass stolen by Van Zee. And now Van Zee's fouled. Van Zee will get it into Bleeker. Cross the timeline, Bleeker. Left-handed dribble. Nice pass over to Walhoff all the way to the rim. Lays it up and in. Great pass by Bleeker. Extends the Warrior lead to 29, 36-7. Here's Gherkin. Trapped, and thought we were going to have a travel call. Instead, we're going to have a timeout. We have full timeout, so we'll take it with them. Timeout on the floor. 5:08 left in the third quarter. Warriors lead at 36-7. George Little Rock basketball out of the timeout. Here's Gherkin. Over the top to Mater. Pass too high and out of bounds. Here's Bleeker across the logo. Over to Juffer. Now it's Coy. Swings it to Gasink in the corner. Bounces it to Juffer. And Juffer's not able to save the ball falling out of bounds. So it's George Little Rock basketball coming the other way. Here's Gherkin. Over to Mater. Back to in the corner, Gherkin back to Mater. Steenhoven back to Gherkin. She'll try three-pointer. Rims out, no good. Rebound, Coy. Picks up her dribble, gets it up to Bleeker. Bleeker bounces it to Juffer. Gasink thought about the jumper. Instead will pass it back to Juffer. Left wing three-pointer. Rims out, no good. Here's Gherkin. Gives it to Steenhoven. Now in the corner, it's Gherkin, guarded by Juffer. Over to Steenhoven. Now Mater. She'll try a three-pointer. Off the rim, no good. A rebound, Gasink. Gasink getting mugged, no call. Gets it to Walhoff. Now Bleeker. Bleeker attacks the baseline, is fouled, and we're going to have a foul call on the floor. Sioux Center basketball underneath. Gasink try to get it into Jansen, excuse me. We're gonna have a kicked ball. Gasink now gets it into Jansen. Jansen loses possession of it. Loose ball underneath. It's a held ball. George Little Rock has the possession arrow. Sioux Center retreats to their defense. Mater around the ball screen by Steenhoven. Pass to Steenhoven, nearly taken away, and now that pass down to the block is stolen away by Jansen. Over to Juffer, up ahead Vanderwall. Vanderwall loses possession of it, gets it back to Juffer. Juffer out to Coy, three-pointer, drills it. 39 points now for the Warriors. They lead it by 32. First points of the night for Coy. Now it's Mater. In the corner, Steenhoven. Back to Mater. Pass deflected by Gasink, get out of bounds, so that's off Sioux Center. George Little Rock basketball. Van Zee and Harold check in for Coy and Gasink. Here's Mater. Around the screen by Denikis. Over to Steenhoven. Stolen away at the top of the key by Van Zee. She goes all the way and she's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw rattles in. Second Van Zee free throw is also good. The Warriors lead it by 34, 41-7, 2:35 remaining in the third quarter. Steenhoven gets it to Anderson on the block shot, blocked by Jansen. She grabs the rebound, gets it to Harold, up ahead to Coy. She lays it up and in. The Warriors lead it by 36. Here's Anderson in the corner to Motter. Pass to Anderson, or Steenoven, pardon me, stolen away by Jansen. Here's Jansen. Gets it to Van Zee in the corner, over to Harold. Coy over to Van Zee. Now it's Vanderwall, right wing. Over to Harold, left wing. Van Zee. Jansen on the block, working on Denikis. All the way to her right. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Off of Sioux Center. It'll be George Little Rock basketball. Substitutions for the Warriors. Zutenhorst, Margot Scheidemann, and Kendra Zutenhorst, Margot Scheidemann, and Emily Vermeer check in. Warriors now with junior, 3 sophomores, and a freshman on the floor. Motter all the way to the hoop. She's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. First free throw by Motter. Back iron, no good. Second free throw is also no good off the back iron. Rebound, Scheidemann. And now we're going to have a double dribble on Scheidemann in the front court. This will be George Little Rock basketball off the turnover. Here's Klingenberg. Around the ball screen, over to Denikis. Now Motter. She'll try a 3-pointer. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Harold. Crossover dribble to the middle of the floor. Passes it up ahead to Zutenhorst. Zutenhorst is fouled. With 15.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter, she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Zutenhorst is a 100% free throw shooter on the season coming into tonight, 4 for 4. First free throw is perfect. Second free throw rattles around and no good. Rebound, Motter. Warriors leading at 44-7. That's Gherkin working on Harold. Ball screen, Denikis. And time runs out on Steenhoven. So at the end of 3, the Warriors lead it by 37, 44-7. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. We're ready to go in the fourth quarter. Sioux Center did not actually allow George Little Rock to score a single point in the third quarter, outscoring them 12-0 in the third quarter. Warrior basketball. They turn it over. Loose ball underneath. George Little Rock comes away with it. Driving the baseline, Steenhoven. Over to Mater. She'll try a three-pointer off the rim, no good. Rebound, Zudenhorst. Zudenhorst up ahead to Juffer. Juffer all the way to the hoop. Can't hit the driving layup. Rebound, George Little Rock. Here comes Gherkin. Gherkin backs it out, guarded by Zudenhorst. Ball screen. Stolen away by, tipped away by Skydman. We're gonna have a loose ball underneath, a jump ball, I believe, yep. George Little Rock has a possession arrow. Here's Gherkin. Now Steenhoven driving into the lane. Bounces it off to Mater. And a held ball underneath. Now Sioux Center has the arrow, so it'll be their ball coming the other way. Zudenhorst up ahead to Skydman. She drives, kicks it back out to Vermeer. Her three-pointer's blocked by Mater. Over to Skydman. Thought about the three-pointer instead. Bounces it off to Zudenhorst, who fumbles and regains possession along the sideline. Juffer. Now underneath, that's Juffer. That pass was from Vanderwall. Getting it to Juffer on the block. Vermeer and Zudenhorst check out for Schmalbeck and Gaysink. I believe that's Van Zee waiting at the table for the shooter, Juffer. Her free throw is no good, but out of bounds off George Little Rock, so Van Zee will check in for Juffer. Gaysink looking to trigger it in. Gaysink bounces it into Schmalbeck. She backs it out. Over to Skydman. Now Van Zee. Looking around. Dribbling in. Gets it off to Skydman. She puts one up in the lane and hits it. Margot Skydman with, I believe those are her first varsity points. Back the other way, Gherkin, three-pointer no good, rebounded by Vanderwall. Off to Van Zee. Over to Schmalbeck. Now Van Zee driving in. Throws it back out to Schmalbeck. Gets it to Skydman in the lane. Skydman has it tipped away from the double team. Sioux Center will reset. Van Zee, right slot. Driving in. Gets hacked on the shot. She'll go to the line and shoot two. First Van Zee free throw is perfect. The second is no good. Offensive rebound. Harold couldn't get the putback to go. Here comes George Little Rock. Center leading it by 40. Anderson over to Gherkin. Down the corner, Steenhoven driving the baseline. Wild shot. Nice defense by Sioux Center. Offensive rebound, George Little Rock. Gherkin will try a three-pointer. Front iron, no good. Rebound, just grabbed by Vermeer. Up ahead to Harold. Gets it to Zudenhorst underneath. She's fouled on the floor. This is going to be a 1-and-1 for Sioux Center. George Little Rock has 9 team fouls. Front end for Zutenhorst is good. Second free throw coming. Second free throw is good. Warriors lead it by 42, 49-7. 3:30 remaining in the game. Here's Gherkin. Driving the baseline over to Denikis. In the corner, that's Anderson from Steenhoven. Anderson trapped in the corner, throws it away. Vermeer has it. She picks up her dribble, hands it off to Walhoff. Walhoff over to Coy. Wide open corner three-pointer, barely draws iron. Rebound saved right to Harold. She's fouled on the way up. Harold will have 2 free throws. The first is off the rim, no good. Harold was a 30% shooter from the charity stripe coming into the competition tonight. 3 for 10, make it 3 for 11. I believe this is her first trip to the line tonight. Harold looking to get the Warriors to 50. That free throw is back iron, no good. Rebound is a loose ball, scramble for it. It's out of bounds off George Little Rock, so at least Sioux Center basketball underneath the basket. We've got Zutenhorst looking to trigger it in. Gets it into Scheidemann. Scheidemann spinning, has the ball knocked away. Here comes Steenhoven all the way to the hoop, and she scores George Little Rock's first points of the second half with 2 minutes remaining in the game. Vanderwall over to Scheidemann. Scheidemann crossover dribble, and she stepped on the baseline. So it'll be Mustang basketball coming the other way. Here's Steenhoven. Around the perimeter they go, inside out. Pass deflected. Now pass to Denikis is knocked away, loose ball on the floor. Jump ball. George Little Rock has the possession. There are 90 seconds left in the game. Here's Steenhoven all the way to the hoop. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound Scheidemann. Loose ball. Grabbed by Zutenhorst. She throws it over to Vanderwall, who throws it up ahead to Coy. Coy scores it on the fast break. Increases the Warrior lead to 42, 51-9. On the corner, that's Anderson. Can't get the layup to go. Here comes Coy across the logo. Over to Vanderwall. She drives the baseline. Gets over to Scheidemann. Vermeer will try a three-pointer. Back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Scheidemann. Over to Vanderwall. Scheidemann back out. Corner three-pointer. That was Coy, no good. And here come the Mustangs. 10 seconds left in the game. Steenhoven all the way to the hoop. Layup is good. And that'll do it. Sioux Center defeats George Little Rock by 40, 51-11, holding the Mustangs to just 4 points in the second half. Stay tuned for the nightcap, the boys' game, in about 15 minutes or so. We'll give you some statistical standouts in various major statistical categories for each team. a little bit before that, and we'll have the starting lineups. Sioux Center defeats George Little Rock 51-11. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Sioux Center High School. We're about ready for the nightcap tonight. Let's go over some of the leaders from both teams. For George Little Rock, they're led in scoring by Drew Denikis, 15 points per game on 47% from the field. Followed by Matt Helkin, he's scoring 8 points a game. And Tyler Grieve. For the Warriors, it's Christian Viator, just under 20 a game on 50% from the field. Followed by Kyler Fritz and Cale Van Beek, who is out tonight. In rebounding, it's Denikis, followed by Helkin and Isaiah Johnson. For the Warriors, it's Viator, followed by Brune and Van Beek. Leading George Little Rock in assists is Isaiah Johnson, followed by Taylor Putnam and Helkin. For the Warriors, it's Van Beek, followed by Fritz and Viator. George Little Rock comes in tonight 0-12 on the season. Sioux Center comes in 5-7. Sioux Center is currently 7th in the Siouxland Conference, half a game behind MOC Floyd Valley. George Little Rock is in 10th place. Sioux Center comes in 2-3 in their last 5, losing 3 in a row to Okoboji, MOC Floyd Valley, and Western, but beating Westland and Sibley, cheating in their last 2. George Little Rock comes in 0-5 in their last 5, losing to Central Line, Westline, Okoboji, Marcus Meriden, Claycorn, Remsen, Union, and Boyden Hall. Sioux Center comes into tonight scoring just a hair under 63 points per game, and giving up about 64 points per game, so they have a negative point differential of about 1.5 points. For George Little Rock, they come in scoring 47 a night, but giving up 66 a contest for a negative point differential of 19. Sioux Center shoots about 44% from the field, George Little Rock 38. Mustangs shoot 29% from beyond the arc, the Warriors 32.5. The Warriors have an effective field goal percentage of 51.3%, George Little Rock 42%. Now, effective field percentage, for those of you that don't know, is a stat that takes into account that 3-pointers are obviously worth more than 2-pointers. So they give a 50% bonus for a made 3-pointer because obviously you have a 50% bonus in points for making a 3-pointer versus a conventional field goal 3 versus 2. We're about set to jump it off. That's Brune and Denikis in the center circle. Opening tip-off, won by Sioux Center. That's Roseberry. Gets it over to Scheidemann. Fritz. Over to Viator. Roseberry thought about the 3-pointer. Instead, he drives inside. Out to Viator. Open 3-pointer. Off iron. No good. Offensive rebound, Scheidemann. Gets it over to Roseberry. He'll try 3-pointer. Rattles around and in. Sioux Center jumps out to a 3-0 lead off of an offensive rebound and a Roseberry 3-pointer. Here's Johnson around the screen. Over to Grieve. Hands it off to Micah Jumbeck. Jumbeck around the screen. Spins it inside to Grieve. Grieve on the block. Knocked away by Roseberry. Up ahead, Viator. Stutter steps. Over to Fritz, who drives the baseline. Pass to Scheidemann's deflected. Eventually gets to Scheidemann. Roseberry tries a 3-pointer and drills it. Tyler Roseberry's all 6 of the contest's first points in the opening minute. Johnson tried to hesitate. Instead loses the ball. It's picked up by Brune. Over to Viator now. Roseberry off to Scheidemann. Over to Fritz. Now Brune on the block. Gets it out to an open Roseberry. He'll try another 3-pointer. That one's no good. Rebound Jumbeck. Up ahead, that's Grieve. And he gets that to Helkin underneath, who lays it up and in. George Little Rock's on the board. 90 seconds into the contest. Up ahead, Fritz over to Scheidemann. Now that's Roseberry. Over to Viator on the block. Viator inside. Gets it off to Brune. Now Roseberry over to Scheidemann. Fritz thought about the 3-pointer. Spins it to Brune on the block. Out to Fritz. Open 3-pointer. Good. Sioux Center has 3 threes in the first 2 minutes. They lead at 9-2. Here's Johnson. Over to Helkin. Out to Grieve. Over to Jumbeck. Denikis will try a 3-pointer. Back iron, no good. Rebound Fritz. Fritz up ahead to Roseberry. Roseberry back to Fritz, over to Skeideman. Behind the back, into the lane, out to Fritz. Pump fakes, spins into the lane. Falling down, gets it out to Skeideman. His three-pointer, back iron, no good. Skeideman gets his own miss. Now it's taken away by Denikis. Denikis the other way, coast to coast, lays it in. Now it's Fritz across the 10-second stripe. Over to Roseberry, now Christian Vietor. Spins into the lane, pump fakes, and we're going to have a foul call on the ground. Oh, substitution. Bergs Freeman checking in for Skeideman. They never blew the horn at the table. Center lobs it into Broom. Vietor will try a right wing three-pointer. Just off front iron, no good. Grieve up ahead to Helkin. Tries to get it to Denikis, pass deflected, taken away by Fritz. Here's Fritz. Over to Vietor. Into the lane. Out to Roseberry. Over to Freeman now. Now Vietor driving in. Dumps it off to Bruin, who can't get the layup to go. Offensive rebound, Vietor. Can't get it to go. Bruin with another offensive rebound. Gets fouled. So Bruin's going to have 2 free throws. The first of which is no good. On the season, Bruin is a 72% free throw shooter. Second free throw is good. Tell Bruin's attempted lay in there. Then Vietor and then Bruin after that. Sioux Center's, all of Sioux Center's shot attempts to come from three-point land. George Lutterock gets an offensive rebound. They're going to pull it out. Jumbeck bounces it in the corner. Now it's back to Grieve. Jumbeck over to Denikis, left slot. Now it's Johnson. Bounces to Denikis on the block. Layup's no good. We're going to have a foul on the rebound, so it'll be Sioux Center basketball coming the other way. Sioux Center has yet to pick up a foul tonight, nearly halfway, about halfway into the first quarter, 4:05 remaining into the first quarter. 10-4, the Warriors lead it. Here's Fritz. Over to Vietor. And Vietor commits an offensive foul. So there's the first foul of the night on Sioux Center. It's on Vietor. It's an offensive foul. So, George Lutterock basketball. That's Putnam at the logo, guarded by Friedman. And Jumbeck is fouled by Fritz, who's trying to go for the ball. And now Abe Himma checks in for Bruin. Putnam gets it into Jumbeck. Jumbeck around the arc, over to Putnam. Now it's Helkin. Denikis on the block, guarded by Vietor. Spins to his right hand, lays it in. Freeman back the other way. Over to Vietor. Fritz around the screen, all the way to the hoop. Can't hit the layup. Sioux Center has yet to hit a field goal inside the arc tonight. Here's Putnam. Over to Jumbeck. Lobs it into Denikis. And he gets it to go. Denikis has 6 of the 8 points for George Little Rock in the early going. Friedman, jab step, goes around Jumbeck all the way to the rim, lays it in with a friendly bounce. First field goal inside the 3-point line tonight for the Warriors. They now lead it by 4, 12-8. Here's Elkin over to Denikis, left slop. Back up by Jumbeck, fumbles it, and now travels with it. Fritz over to Hibma. Roseberry now. Over to Viator. Fritz. Nice pump fake all the way to the hoop. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound Johnson. Johnson looking to push it up ahead. Puts it up. No good. Offensive rebound Helkin out to Putnam. Over to Jumbeck. Catch and shoot 3. Front iron no good. Friedman's fouled on the rebound. She centers basketball now the other way. Friedman gives it into Fritz. 1:52 remaining in the first quarter. Fritz over to Skeideman. In the corner, Brune. Fritz, jab step, 3-pointer, front iron, no good. Here comes Grieve. All the way to the hoop, wild shot, no good. And a foul on the rebound. Helkin shoved Skeideman in the back. Fritz, right-handed dribble. Gives it to Friedman. Crossover dribble into the lane, out to Fritz now. Fritz in the corner, working on Putnam. Out to Viator, back to Fritz. Still in the right corner, jab step. Brune thought about stepping out and trying a 3-pointer. Friedman around the screen. Tries to get it to Brune, it's through his hands. And they're going to say that's Sioux Center basketball, actually. George Little Rock bench not appreciating that call. Let's take a look here. And hard to tell, but it looked like that was off Brune, so I think that should have been George Little Rock basketball. Fritz gets it over to Skeideman. Extra pass, Viator, open 3-pointer, back iron, no good. Scramble for the rebound. Fritz isn't able to keep it in play. It's Mustang basketball. Helkin. Gets it into Putnam. Helkin. Over ahead to Johnson. Corner 3-pointer is good by Denikis. So he's got 9 early on. Sioux Center leads it by 1, 12-11. Fritz over to Skeideman. They get it to Brune in the post, lays it up and in. Helkin gets it ahead to Johnson. Pass tipped. Sioux Center's big producers on the offensive end struggling early. Viator 0 for 4 from the field. Fritz 1 for 4, so combined 1 for 8 for the Warriors' 2 leading scorers on the season as both of them check out. Here's Jumbeck at the logo. Bounces it to Johnson. Now Helkin. Johnson driving right, guarded by Hibma. Helkin, 3-pointer is good. Rattles it home. Ties the game up to 14 apiece. Sioux Center has 5 seconds. Friedman just saw it. Tries to get all the way to the hoop. Runner in the lane. Bounces around and in. So Friedman looked up, saw the clock. And about 3.5 seconds went from the midcourt logo to the free throw line. Puts up a runner. Bounces home and goes in at the buzzer. Sioux Center leads by 2 at the end of Sioux Center leads it by 2 at the end of 1, 16-14. George Little Rock basketball to start out the second quarter. At midcourt, Jumbeck has it poked away by Friedman. Scramble for the loose ball. George Little Rock somehow comes away with it. Jumbeck will reset. They bounce it into the lane to Denicus. Gets a fortunate bounce on the jumper, but counts nonetheless. He's got double figures, the first of the night to do so. Score tied at 16 apiece. Here's Friedman. Nice pass to Brune on the block, who lays it in. Brune's got 5, which is second only to Roseberry for the Warriors. Here's Jumbeck. Spins. Bounces it to Denicus. Out to Helkin. Catch and shoot three-pointer fading away. Short. Rebound Hibma. Hibma pushes up ahead to Roseberry. Tries to bounce it to Brune. Passes last touched by Denicus. So it's Sioux Center basketball underneath. Friedman checks out. Viator in. Roseberry over to Hibma. Back to Roseberry now. Skeideman in the corner. Viator out top. Skeideman thought about the three-pointer. Back to Skeideman. Hibma. Extra pass to Roseberry. Brune on the block. Out to Skeideman. Pump fake. Bounces it to Roseberry. Now Viator. Sioux Center really moving the ball. Out to Roseberry. Three-pointer. Perfect. Roseberry's 3 for 4 on the night. All from downtown. He's got 9 to lead the Warriors. They lead it by 5. Jumbeck bounces it to Johnson. That's Johnson. Over to Helkin. Helkin right wing. Lobs it over the top to Denicus, who lays it up and in. Hibma up ahead to Roseberry. Roseberry thought about the three-pointer, instead gives it to Skeideman. Roseberry over to Skeideman. Hibma will take a left wing three-pointer. Back iron, no good. Johnson up ahead. Jumbeck catch and shoot 3. No good. Off front iron. Nice rebound by Skeideman. He draws the foul on Helkin. Substitution for the Warriors. Hibma out. Fritz in. For George Little Rock, it's Putnam and Brandon Van Briesen coming in. Jumbeck and Helkin take a seat. Fritz across the logo. Hands it off to Roseberry. At the logo, Roseberry over to Viator. Viator, high left wing, gives it to Fritz. Now Skeideman dribbling into the lane. Tries to lob it to Brune. Tipped. Sioux Center regains possession now. Brune on the block. And that pass is tipped by Grieve. Grieve back the other way. Stolen away from behind by Viator. Viator lobs it over the top to Roseberry, who was stuck underneath the basket. Fritz to the hoop. Lays it up and in. Strong move at the rim by Kyler Fritz. Puts the Warriors back up by 5, 23-18. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Here's Grieve. Bounces it to Putnam in the corner. Putnam jab step around the screen. Tries to get it to Denicus. Now does. Denicus lays it up and in with the right hand. He's got 13 out of George Little Rock's 20. Here's Viator in the corner. Out to Roseberry. Wide open. Up high. Can't get that three-pointer to go. Rebound Johnson. Goes coast to coast. Lays it up and in. The speedy Johnson Grabs the rebound, goes all the way to the rim, cuts the Warrior lead to 1, 23-22. Here's Fritz between the circles, over to Roseberry out high. Scheidemann in the right corner. Oh, around the perimeter they go. Nice pump fake by Vietor, all the way to the rim he goes. Lays it up and in. Vietor's first points of the night. Extends the Warrior lead. Back to 3. Johnson back out to Putnam at the logo. Putnam. Now that's Van Briesen. Van Briesen around the Greaves screen. Denikis will try a 3-pointer. That's off. No good. Rebound Vietor. Here's Vietor. Into the front court. All the way to the rim. Throws it away. Here comes Denikis with it. Stutter steps on Fritz. Can't hit the open court layup. Rebound is off of Sioux Center. It's Mustang basketball. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. It's a 1-minute timeout. We'll take it with them. 46 remaining in the first half. Warriors lead by 3, 25-22. Coming out of the timeout, it's George Little Rock basketball. Underneath the basket. Jumbeck. It's it off to Denikis down low. Gets it to go, plus the foul. First free throw of the night by George Little Rock. Attempted by Denikis. Gets it to go. Ties the score up at 25 apiece. Denikis has 18 to lead all scorers. In the corner, Gabe Muller, who just subbed in, gets it to Vietor, a cutting Vietor who's fouled. And that's going to be a 1-and-1 for Viators. That's the 7th team foul of the first half on George Little Rock. 3:29 remaining in the first half. Sioux Center has the arrow, and they're in the bonus, which is why Viators at the free throw line, attempting the front end of a 1-and-1. That free throw is no good. So Viators, 77% free throw shooter on the season, misses the front end of a 1-and-1. And now we're going to have a travel underneath by Max Gruis. 5th turnover of the night on George Little Rock. Here comes Sioux Center. On the court for them, it's Roseberry, Fritz, Friedman, Vietor, and Muller. For George Little Rock, it's Van Briesen, Putnam, Gruis, Jumbeck, and Denikis. Friedman, left wing open 3-pointer is good. Extends the Warrior lead back out to 3, 28-25. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Putnam tries to get inside to Denikis. Pass tipped. Muller eventually comes up with it. Over the top to Vietor. Extra pass Friedman. Lays it in. Friedman with a quick 5 points. The Warriors lead it by 5. Jumbeck into the lane. Floater, front iron, no good. And Vietor gets it out to Friedman. All the way to the rack again. Friedman with 7 points in a row. It's a 7-0 Friedman Warrior run. Here's Putnam. Bounces it in the corner. I believe that's Van Briesen, and an offensive foul underneath. So that's on Gruis. That's his second foul in about 90 seconds of game time. Here's Fritz. Gets it to Roseberry. Now Fritz. Baseline jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, Vietor. Underneath, Vietor can't get the putback to go. Denikis in the open floor. All the way to the rim, blocked from behind by Muller. Jumbeck gets it into Denikis. All the way to the rim on Muller. George Little Rock bench is furious. They want a foul. Instead, it's Fritz. Over to Vietor. Vietor tries to get it to Muller on the block. Pass stolen away. Denikis lobs it up to Johnson, who's swatted by Muller again. Vietor tries to save it going out of bounds, and he does. So 2 hustle plays by Sioux Center. So Vietor falling out of bounds, just threw it behind his back off of Denikis' back and out of bounds. Here's Sioux Center. Skeideman spinning to the rack, can't get it to go. Tipping by Brune is good. 9-0 run for the Warriors. It was tied 25-all, 7 points by Friedman, excuse me. And 2 by Brune. Friedman almost gets a steal at midcourt. Instead, they get it to, I believe that's Johnson in the corner. He drains the corner 3. 6 points Sioux Center lead. Now it's Brune on the block. Off the glass, it's no good. A lot of contact, no call. Here's Grieve. And now Johnson will pull it back out. Are the Mustangs going to try to hold for the last shot? I think they are. Yeah, they're gonna. Once again, as I've said probably many times this year. And no, they're not going to hold for the last shot. Denikis, I believe that's Denikis, tries a 3-pointer with 30 seconds left on the clock. Back the other way, Sioux Center. Brune on the block. Lobs it out to Roseberry. Roseberry, Friedman in the corner, driving to the lane. Has it stripped, but a foul. And Friedman's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. First free throw by Friedman is good. Oh, so they're going to say that was shooting, actually. Friedman's a 28% free throw shooter on the season, 2 for 7. They get 3 for 8. Now about 37.5% from the line on the year. Second free throw, no good. And Hima battling for the offensive rebound. 3 for 9, 33%. Here comes Johnson. Up ahead, Grieve, corner 3-pointer is good. Sioux Center's got 4 seconds. Friedman traveled with it. Trying to get it up ahead to Himma. Mustangs looking to key it in. They get it to Jumbeck over the top. Throws up a 3-pointer. It's short, and that'll do for the first half. Halftime in Sioux Center. Both teams will take a 10-minute break. We'll take it with them. Stay tuned for the second half. The Warriors lead it by 4, 35-31.
For your halftime entertainment, we will have a performance by the Sioux Center dance team. Just a reminder that Thursday, the Warrior basketball teams will travel to Unity. It'll be JV girls and boys, followed by varsity girls and boys. Also Thursday, our wrestlers head over to George. They will wrestle Sibley Chief at 6 o'clock, followed by a duel versus Central Line George Little Rock. On Friday, our basketball teams travel to Central Line, while our wrestling teams are over at OAVCIG.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be today. Our goal is to create a place so that we can focus on what is most important.
about set to go in the second half here. In the first half, Sioux Center shot 14 for 30 from the field, including 5 for 13 from beyond the arc. George Little Rock shot 13 for 27 and 4 for 11 from three-point land. Denicus is leading the way for both teams in scoring with 18 points. He's 8 for 14 from the field. So 18 points on over 50% from the field for Denicus. Sioux Center basketball to start off the second half. They're running motion. Fritz over to Scheidemann. Gets it to Viator in the corner. Driving the baseline. Bounces it to Roseberry. Corner three-pointer. Good. Roseberry is the first in double figures for the Warriors with 12, 4 for 6 from three-point land for him. Here's Johnson at the logo. Around the screen. Now over to Helkin. Tries to lob it into Denicus. Taken away by Brune instead. Fritz up ahead to Scheidemann. Back to Viator. Now Scheidemann. He'll take a three-pointer. Just rims out. Offensive rebound, Brune. Gets it out to Viator. Viator into the lane. Brune thought about the three-pointer. Gets it to Roseberry. Now it's Scheidemann. Pass to Fritz on the block. Knocked away by Jumbeck. Fritz looking to get it in the corner. Lobs it into Roseberry. Back to Fritz. Thought about the three-pointer. Gets it to Brune on the block. Over to Scheidemann now on the baseline. Fritz down below. Scheidemann, open three-pointer. No good. Here's Grieve. Over to Johnson. Now Jumbeck at the logo. He'll reset inside the half-court circle. Now between the circles. Over to Johnson. Johnson gets it to Helkin. Helkin between the circles. Out to Johnson, high right wing. Now working towards the left slot. He'll bring it back out. Crossover dribble into the lane. And he's tied up by Fritz. Well, the Mustangs have the possession arrow, so it's their basketball underneath the hoop. 6:22 remaining in the third quarter. Just over 90 seconds into the second half. Here's Jumbeck. Gets it into Denicus. Denicus spinning to his left. Shot off the glass is good. Back the other way, Fritz, as Denicus scores his 20th point on the night. Scheidemann gets it to Roseberry. Scheidemann. Brune thought about the three-pointer. Now it's Christian spinning. Pump fakes underneath. Can't hit the bunny. Viator's only got 2 points on the night for the Warriors. He's averaging 20 a game on the season. Of course he is. Coming back off a concussion. This is his first game back after he suffered a concussion against MOC Floyd Valley. Now Denicus hits the turnaround jumper to cut the Warrior lead to 3. Back the other way. Viator tries to get it to Scheidemann. Pass tipped away. Denicus the other way. Thought about pulling up and trying the 3. Instead, Jumbeck loses possession out off his foot. And out of bounds. Friedman checks in for Scheidemann. Neither team has picked up a foul in this half. Roseberry over to Friedman. Friedman bounces it to Brune. Brune spinning to his left. Out to Fritz, three-pointer, no good. Up ahead, Jumbeck hesitates into the lane. Denicus will try a three-pointer and drill it. Ties the game up at 38 apiece. 7-0 run by George Little Rock. Denicus has 25. Here's Brune spinning to his left. Hook shot, no good. Denicus the other way. Crossover dribble. Out to Johnson. Jumbeck will reset at the logo. He'll back it out into the half-court circle. Right-handed dribble. Bounces it to Helkin. Nearly stolen away by Friedman. Here's Helkin and nearly tied up. Instead, it's Johnson. All the way to the hoop. Lays it up and in. Plus the foul. So Johnson at the free throw line looking to complete the three-point play. He's got 7 on the night. And the free throw rims out. Now Viator in the lane. Pump fake. Leans in. No good. Now back the other way. Jump back. Loses the handle of it. Out of bounds. Sioux Center gets a free possession. Friedman bounces it into Fritz. Now it's Bruin working on Denicus. Picks up his dribble, gives it to Viator. Friedman now, over to Fritz. Bruin on the block, spins, back to his right, lays it up and in. And now Bruin and Denicus both go to the ground to go in the other way. It's tied up at 40 apiece. Here's Putnam. Over to Helkin. Ball screen Greaves. Friedman works around it. Denicus pump fakes. Gives it off to Putnam. Greaves over to Johnson now. Thought about the three-pointer. Bounces it off to Denicus. Tried to laser pass underneath to Putnam. It's taken away by Viator. And now I don't even know what the official called there. Something about knee, carry, something. Let's take a look at the replay here. So yeah, he called a carry. Looked to me like the official signaled for a carry off of his knee. Not sure what the exact rule is on that, but it's George Little Rock basketball. Helkin will try a right wing three-pointer. Was online, but off iron, no good. Fritz hesitates into the lane, jump stop, and ticky-tack foul call as Fritz dribbles into the lane. First foul this half on the Mustangs. Muller checks in for Bruin as Friedman looks to key it in, gets it into Muller. Muller gets it out to Fritz. Wide open three-pointer, no good. Tipped rebound controlled by Greaves. Greaves the other way. Into the lane, all the way to the hoop. Blocked by Roseberry. Meta foul. So it's Greaves at the line, shooting two. First free throw front iron, no good. On the season, Greaves. Now, I just realized looking at the stat sheet his actual name is Greaves. So I've been saying his name wrong all night. So that's on me. So it's Greaves at the line. He's a 41% free throw shooter on the season. Second free throw off front iron, no good. It's off Viator, and it's George Little Rock basketball. Putnam looking to key it in. Gets it in the corner to Helkin. Now it's Jumbeck. Putnam back to Jumbeck. Heels on the logo. Now between the circles. Bounces it off to Grieve. Lobs it over the top to Jumbeck. Three-pointer. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Roseberry. Outlets it to Muller. Crosses over. Gets it back to Viator. Viator into the lane. And a charge. That's Viator's second charge of the night. It accounts for two of his three fouls. 2:12 remaining in the third quarter. It's a tie game. Here's Putnam. Crosses over. Ball stolen away by Fritz. Has to get it to Muller, who gives it back to Fritz. Out ahead to Viator. Viator into the lane, and he's fouled as Jumbeck runs the other way with the ball. Himma and Skeideman check in for Roseberry and Viator. Friedman gets it into Fritz. Now it's over to Skeideman, high left elbow. Cross-court pass, Friedman, catch and shoot three, just rims out. Denikis is forced to outlet to Johnson. Up ahead, Grieve. Into the lane, left-handed shot, no good. Rebound, Skidman. Gets it to Friedman, who's followed by Jumbeck going the other way. Bruin checks in for Muller now. 93 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Fritz on the logo. Over to Hibma. Now it's Friedman, right slot. Bruin. Now Hibma in the left corner. Right-handed dribble. Gets it off to Friedman. Friedman hesitates. Into the lane. Out to Hibma. He'll try a right-wing three-pointer. No good. Off the side of the rim. Rebound, Grief. Here's Denikis. Now it's Van Briesen at the logo. Now between the circles. Bounces it off to Jumbeck. Stolen away by Hibma. Gets it over to Friedman. Friedman, nice pass over to Fritz. Fritz lays it in. Breaks the tie. 42-40. 45 seconds remaining in the quarter. Johnson's cut off by Friedman. Now it's Van Briesen underneath. Bounces it out to Jumbeck. Nearly stolen away by Hibma. Jumbeck guarded by Hibma. Now it's Johnson. Gives it over to Grieve. Tried to laser one underneath. Bounces it off the backboard. Eventually finds its way to Denikis. Tries a three-pointer. Blocked by Fritz. Now Grieve will try a three-pointer. Drills it. George Little Rock leads it 43-42. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Fritz at the logo. Fritz over to Hibma. Back to Fritz. Splits the double team and he's fouled with 4 seconds remaining. Roseberry waiting at the table. He checks in for Hibma. Friedman gets it to Bruin. Now Fritz. Three-pointer is good at the buzzer. So Fritz comes off the screen, drills the left wing three-pointer at the horn. That'll do it for the third quarter. On to the final 8 minutes. Stick around. Sioux Center leads you by 2, 45-43. Warrior basketball to start out the fourth quarter. Friedman, high left wing, jab step, into the lane, floater, off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Grieve. Across the 10-second stripe. All the way to the rim. Pulls up for a floater, actually. No good. Rebound, Bruin. 2 possessions in 20 seconds, both scoreless. Here's Fritz. In fact, both possessions were back iron floaters, now that I really think about it. Anyways, here's Roseberry, off to Fritz. Right slot, jab steps. Roseberry, wide open three-pointer, perfect. Roseberry's got 15 now on his 5th three of the night. Here's Johnson at the logo. Guarded by Friedman. All the way to the hoop, lays it up and no good. Friedman was open over the top, they missed him. Now it's Roseberry. Hands it off to Friedman. Regains possession after bobbling it. Roseberry in the corner, thought about the three. Instead gives it to Fritz. Friedman spins it to Bruin on the block. Tried to bounce it to cutting Roseberry, was unable to do so. And now a foul on Fritz, trying to intercept the pass going the other way. Here's Drumbeck across the timeline. Gives it to Johnson. Pass out to Helkins, tipped. He's able to track it down. Now it's Drumbeck. Tries to spit it into Denicus. Stolen away by Bruin. Bruin going the other way. Pulls it out. He had numbers, but pulled it out. Fritz spinning into the lane. Wild shot. No good. Rebound Bruin. Fouled on the putback. Bruin at the line, shooting 2 free throws. First of which is perfect. On the season, Bruin's a 72% free throw shooter, 18 for 25. Entering the game tonight, I believe this is his second or third trip to the charity stripe in tonight's contest. Second free throw, front iron, no good. Rebound Helkin. Here's Johnson. Slips, is able to retain possession. Here's Drumbeck. Backs it out. Over to Helkin. Denicus on the block, puts it up, no good. Rebound Bruin. Outlets it to Friedman across the timeline. Ooh, lasers one down to Bruin on the block. Lays it in. He's got 12 now. Warriors lead it by 8, and now we're going to have a foul along the sidelines. That's a push on Friedman, I believe. Now we're going to have timeout on the floor by George Little Rock. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the game. Sioux Center leads it by 8. Score of 51-43. Both teams have 5 fouls. I believe Gator's the only player with more than 2 fouls. He has 3. Sioux Center has the possession arrow. The Warriors have not used a timeout yet tonight. They've got all 5 of them left. George Little Rock 3. Denicus currently paces all scorers with 25, followed by Roseberry with 15 and Bruin with 12. As well as Friedman. Friedman also has 12 for the Warriors. Here's Drumbeck across the timeline. High, left elbow. Spins it to Johnson. Johnson slashing inside. Ball's knocked away from him, and it's off his knee and out of bounds. Here's Fritz. Shadowed by Drumbeck. Hesitates. Gives it off to Friedman. The ball was deflected. First by Johnson, then by Friedman. Friedman tried to save it. Saved it right to Johnson. Up ahead, it's Grieve. Corner 3. It's an air ball. Rebound Fritz. Fritz tries to bounce it off to Roseberry. It's off the feet of George Little Rock. So it's Sioux Center basketball underneath the basket. 5:16 left in the game. Bruin off to Fritz. Over to Skeideman. Now it's Bruin. Over to Roseberry. Should have taken that 3-pointer, I think. Instead, gives it to Fritz. Fritz is fouled on the floor. It's George Little Rock, 6 fouls. Sioux Center will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Drumbeck checks out for a quick breather after he picks up his 3rd foul. In the corner, Fritz, 3-pointer, short. Nope, not short. Sneaks in. Warriors lead it by double digits, by 11 in fact. Fritz has 13 now. Now it's Putnam over to Johnson. Johnson gives it to Grieve. And Grieve is fouled up top by Friedman. It's Friedman's 2nd foul of the night. George Little Rock will now be shooting free throws the rest of the way. 4:44 left in the contest tonight. Warriors lead it by 11, 54-43. Sioux Center with a nice run to respond after George Little Rock took the lead not that long ago. Putnam skies for the pass from Halkin. Johnson up top. Tried to throw it to Putnam. And now Fritz saves that pass, but it was off George Little Rock. So now George Little Rock gets a free possession. In essence, because of that, Fritz saves them from a turnover. Here's Putnam over to Grieve. Denikis on the block. And he's fouled. Going up, he'll go to the line. First free throw by Denikis, rattles in. Cuts the lead to 10, this one to cut it to single digits. Denikis is a 60% free throw shooter on the season, 27 for 45. That one's front iron, no good. Rebound Fritz. He'll pull it out and reset. Fritz brings it across the 10-second line, and he'll call a timeout. It's a full timeout by Sioux Center. We'll take it with him. 4:06 left in the game. 10-point lead for the Warriors, 54-44. Coming out of that timeout, it's Fritz. George Little Rock coming down, a trapping defense is stolen away by Van Briesen. At the rim, Van Briesen pump fakes and scores it. Van Briesen's first points of the night brings George Little Rock to within 8. Here's Friedman. So that time anticipates the trap, gets it over to Fritz. Gets into the lane, out to Vietor, pump fakes. He'll pull it out. Sioux Center's probably going to be content to run some clock here. Wait for the ideal shot. In the middle of the zone, it's Brune. Here has it stripped away. Vietor has it tipped right to him. Friedman, cross-court pass is stolen away. All the way to the rim. Grieve lays it up and in. It's a 6-point game. 2 turnovers in a row, 2 layups in a row. 3:20 left now. Friedman spins that one to Vietor. Gets it off to Brune on the block. Brune pump fakes. Can't get it to go. Put back. Doesn't go either. Brune tips it back out. Friedman. Runner, no good. Offensive rebound, Brune. He's fouled. Brune single-handedly keeping the Warrior possession alive. Sioux Center now has 10 offensive rebounds on the night as Brune sinks the first. It's a 3-possession game once again with 3:04 left in the contest. Brune's second free throw rattles home. Once again an 8-point game here. It's Jumbeck with the ball. Cross half court. Picks up his dribble. Slings it to Grieve. Out to Jumbeck. Bounces it to Johnson. Grieve. Corner three-pointer. No good. Rebound Vietor. Bounces it off to Friedman, who gets fouled on the way up by Jumbeck. I believe that's Jumbeck's 4th foul. And it is. They get him with a block. So Friedman at the line with 12 points tonight. Looking to make it more, looking to fact, increase the Warrior lead back up to double digits. Free throw is good. Second free throw, back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Vietor. Gets it to Friedman, slings it, open Roseberry. Three-pointer rattles around, halfway down and back out. Here's Johnson the other way, over to Grieve. Warriors lead it by 9. Grieve gets it to Jumbeck. Denikis on the block, working on Brune, sealed off. Gets it back to Jumbeck. Pass tipped, grabbed by Friedman, gets it to Fritz in the open floor. Fritz all the way to the hoop, lays it in. Warriors lead it by 11, 2:10 left in the game. Here's Johnson, over to Jumbeck. Now Grieve, back to Johnson. Jumbeck, Helkin, thought about the three-pointer. Grieve, pump fakes, into the lane, throws it up, and bailout foul call. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it looks like that's actually the right call. Vietor wasn't really in legal guarding position or set. Maybe could have been a no call. It's one of those 50-50 calls. Could go either way. Grieve's first free throw is front iron, no good. And we're going to have a time by Sioux Centers, a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. George Little Rock is just 2 for 7 from the line tonight. So they've left 5 potential points at the charity stripe. So Sioux Center leads it by 11, 59-49. Graves at the line. Shooting the second free throw of his trip to the charity stripe. Both teams have 8 fouls. Both have 3 timeouts left. Sioux Center has the arrow. Vietor and Jumbeck are the only players with 4 fouls in the game. And Jumbeck's currently not in the game. But Vietor is. Free throw by Grieve is good. Vietor gets it into Fritz, who gets it ahead to Brune, slings it to Friedman. Friedman, pass in the corner, Roseberry, and Sioux Center pulls it out. Cross-court pass, Roseberry, open three, Vietor, no good. Offensive rebound, Fritz. Fritz crosses over into the lane. Back out to Friedman, and Friedman shuffled his feet. So George Little Rock will get the ball back. 1:23 left in the game. 10-point Warrior lead, 59-49. Johnson over to Jumbeck. Cross-court pass, Helkin. Denikis underneath is blocked from behind by Brune. Put back, no good. Rebound, Fritz. Tipped away from him, regains possession. Fritz going along the sideline. Loses the handle, somehow is able to get it back. Hands it off to Friedman, who lays it in. Warriors lead it by 12. Pass to Grieve is just hauled in. Gets it over to Helkin. Mid-range shot, no good. Fritz saves it in, but right to Grieve. And we're in a timeout by George Little Rock. It's a 30, so we'll keep it here, why not? 42.9 seconds left in the game. It's a 10-point Warrior lead, 61-51. It's their ball, Sioux Center basketball, underneath the basket. They're going left to right. George Little Rock right to left. Both teams have 18 fouls as before. Jumbeck and Vietor are still the only players with 4 fouls. George Little Rock now has 2 timeouts left, Sioux Center 3. The Warriors have the possession arrow. Denikis has 26 points tonight to lead all scorers. For the Warriors, it's Friedman, Fritz, and Roseberry, who all have 15, and then Brune with 14. So those 4 players right there have 59 of Sioux Center's 61 points, if my math is correct. And the other 2 points come from Viator. So the 5 players in right now have all the points for Sioux Center. And off the inbounds, it's Friedman. Touch pass to Brune. He's fouled. So we're going to play the foul game, it looks like, for a while here. Brune goes to the line. Van Briesen out. Or, yeah, excuse me. Yep, okay. Van Briesen out. Jump back in. Offense for defense substitutions for the Mustangs. Brune's front end free throw is good. So now that ties Brune up at 15 points apiece with Roseberry, Friedman, and Fritz for the title of the leading scorer on the night for the Warriors. And Brune now has 16 points to pace the Warriors. Putnam over to Grieve. Gives it to Helkin. He'll try a pull-up three-pointer. Nearly banks in. Putnam's putback is no good. Here comes Viator. Throws it ahead to Friedman. Nice pass up ahead to Brune. He'll lay it in. And that'll do it. 20 seconds remain, but the Warriors now lead it by 14. Jumbeck up ahead to Putnam. Gives it to Johnson, slicing it into the lane. Lays it in. And that'll be the final score. 65-53, Sioux Center defeats George Little Rock by 12. The Warriors improve to 6-7 on the season. George Little Rock drops to 0-13. George Little Rock is led in scoring by Denikis with 26. For the Warriors, it's Brune with 18. For George Little Rock, it's Grieve with 11 and Johnson with 9. For the Warriors, it's Brune, as I said earlier, with 18, followed by Roseberry, Friedman, and Fritz, who all had 15. And then the only other player to score in the game for the Warriors was Viator with 2. That'll do it for tonight. Thank you to the Sioux Center Athletic Boosters for making this broadcast possible. For the Warrior Athletic Department, I'm Peyton Worth.